Need Logic, your AI-powered legal assistant built specifically for Indian legal system. Whether you are trying to understand a lease agreement, navigate IPC sections, or find a nearby lawyer, Logic makes it effortless. It supports texts, PDFs, images, and even voice inputs in any Indian language. Your query is translated, analyzed using Azure AI, and grounded in real legal documents, all while keeping it simple and understandable. Need legal help around you? Logic can even show you nearby lawyers based on your location. Built using a modular plugin architecture powered by semantic kernel, it combines the strength of OCR, translation, semantic search, and GPT-4 level reasoning, all inside a clean, intuitive interface. Whether you are a student, a citizen, or a legal professional, Logic is a gateway to smart, accessible legal assistance. Let's make law understandable for everyone with Logic. Today, my name is Richa Rati.
My name is Aparmit Tiwari. I'm a third year computer science student.
And I'm Vinayak. I'm also a third year computer student.
And we also have a fourth member who's not available right now, Sahil Adit. He's a second year CSE student. Now we're going to move into the demo. So this is the interface. You're first going to be asked to log in. So Vinayak already had his Google account set up. So he just simply used Google to log in. Now he's going to enter the input in textual format. Now you can enter this query in any of the 11 languages that we support right now. So these are pretty much all of the regional languages in India. So he's entered a query in English. Now while this analysis of this query goes on, we'll go into the backend and try to understand exactly what happens. So this is basically our flowchart. So there's Google OAuth 2.0, which is used for logging in. So you just enter your Google details and then you can log in. You just have to do that once, and after that, it's a simple. You're simply set up with your Google account. Now there's three ways in which we're providing input. So you can provide textual input, you can provide images, PDFs, and things like that, and you can also provide input in voice format. So if you provide input in the textual format, it's directly fed into a Azure AI Translator API. If you provide an image or PDF, it goes through our OCR and then it is translated. And if we use the voice sort of mode, in that the Azure AI speech to text is used and that will convert our speech to text. And that is again fed into our Azure AI Translator API. So our Translator API has a simple task. It takes the query in whatever language you have and it converts it to English, which is the language in which we're feeding our query. Now in the backend, we have Azure Blob Storage, which is used to store the different acts right now. Currently, we are supporting around 50 to 60 law acts. Then we have Azure AI Search, which helps retrieving the appropriate act or PDF from our blob storage. So when a user enters a query, we use vector embedding to convert that query into vector format. Then what happens is that from Azure AI Search, we know the document we're looking at. And within the document, there is some specific context that is of our interest. So we find that out and we do that using vector embedding. So we use vector embedding. We compare the context of vector embedding coming from our query and coming from Azure AI Search. We perform cosine similarity and we understand what context or what content we need to answer the given query, which is fed to our Azure OpenAI model. Now, again, in the backend, we translate it back to our regional language. If the input was in regional language, we have an output, and then we have speech to text. Now, Vinayak will explain the finding nearby lawyers function or feature that we have incorporated.
Uh, so we built a solution that simplifies the process of finding nearby lawyers. It starts with understanding your legal need. We analyze your query to identify the type of lawyer you're looking for. Next, we recommend lawyers within a 5 kilometer radius of your location using the Google Places API. And we determine your location first by automatically detecting it using your IP address. If that fails, we analyze your query to infer your probable city. As a final step, we prompt you to enter your location manually. So it's a layered approach, and that's how we do it. Over to Aparima.
Now we're gonna go into the demo again that we understood now that we understood the architecture. So basically, what happened over here? We didn't mention any city, and we didn't share our city as well. So by default, it selected our city to be Delhi. But in most cases, it asked our city. We just didn't enter anything. So as you can see, it says please share your city. So you can enter your city, or you can enter it in our query. So as you can see, we get a really detailed response, and that too in the regional language, and it is backed by specific acts making it really a grounded solution and an answer that actually will be useful in real life. So this was our first feature that we talked about, that was taking input as textual format. Now we're going to see our second mode of input, that is our voice input. Currently we support 9 regional languages. So Vinayak is simply going to give an input using English language.
How can I file a case against domestic violence? Give me proper acts and details.
So as you can see, it was able to detect what Vinayak had mentioned. So he asked, how can I file a case against domestic violence? Give me proper acts and details. So currently we're supporting 9 regional languages. And in our future updates, what we have planned to do is we plan to maybe improve the interface a bit, where you can just select your language defaultly using the settings. So you don't have to select the input language again and again. And in even after that, we are potentially trying to implement a solution where the language will be detected. So there is no need to tell our chatbot what language you are using. And the main place where this is going to be used, it is going to be helpful for people that have no knowledge of writing text and they aren't really literate. So for them it is very easy to enter some queries using the voice, and the fact that we've given so many regional languages even expands its versatility. So now as you can see, it has asked our location Pune, and now it has generated our answer. So if we go down, you can see that it has mentioned our act, domestic violence 2005. It has entered the section in Indian Penal Code 498A, and then after that it has given some steps. So file an FIR, call an emergency service, things like that. And it has also given you what you can do under the act. Additional help is also mentioned if you go down. So there's additional help, there's what sort of documents you need, and as you can see, it's a really detailed response and it didn't take a lot of time. So this was it, and it has also located family nearby family lawyers. So our app was able to, based on the query, it was able to identify that you need family lawyers, and it was given the family lawyers in Pune. Now we can also see the voice output mode. So once this query ends, we can just simply click on the speak response button and it will just read through our entire output.
Hush Hush
Now
Legal Advice. Below is a simple guide to help you file a case against domestic violence in India. 1. What laws protect you? Times Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act, 2005. This act is meant to protect women from various forms of abuse, physical, emotional, economic, or verbal, at home. It provides not only criminal relief but also civil remedies like protection orders, residence orders, and monetary relief. Times Indian Penal Code, IPC, Section 498A. This section deals with cruelty by a husband or his relatives. It covers physical and mental harassment and is a criminal offense. 2 steps to file a case. A. If you feel in immediate danger, Times call emergency services 100 or 112 or go to the nearest police station immediately. B. Filing an FIR, criminal complaint, under Section 498A or any related sections. Times visit the nearest police station. Times explain the incidents of abuse with all details, dates, location, what exactly happened, etc. Times make sure the police register a first information report, FIR. Times you can ask for assistance from family members, neighbors, or NGO staff if you fear not being taken seriously. C. Seeking relief under the Domestic Violence Act, 2005. Times you do not only need to file a criminal complaint, you can also file a civil complaint in a designated domestic violence court or family court. Times the application is made by you, the aggrieved person, seeking orders such as protection order to stop harassment, residence order to ensure you have a safe place to live.
Now Vinayak is going to show the OCR part.
So here we will take the input, which is the file and the query, and the file gone through the OCR, optical character recognition, and we have used this OCR by taking the API of computer vision, API of Azure. So the output will be the queries output with respect to the information given in the file. So here the queries explain this file in detail. So this document will be explained in detail with respect to the content given in that document, and um, we can even cross question more so that we can get the reason, like we can get the reason the of the laws and the uh, types which is given in the file. So yeah.
As you can see, the output has now been generated. So as Richard mentioned, we're getting all the details of the file. So, and we're also getting the acts. So it has given details about the police station, effective date, so on and so forth. And it's really easy for someone who doesn't understand an FIR, who's not really literate, and even for normal people who don't really understand the details of an FIR. So as you can see, we have so many details about the FIR, and we have a pretty detailed answer. So this was all that we have currently with Lawgic. So I would first of all like to congratulate the entire team, because the entire team has worked on this project and everyone has been really dedicated. And we would just like to ask for some feedback from lawyers as to how we can improve this product and how we can make it production ready. But so far, what we've done, I think we're pretty proud of that, and we were just seeking some sort of feedback. So thank you for just coming and watching our demo. Hopefully, you got something out of it, and hopefully, we can improve this product in the coming years. So yeah, so thank you.